How? About my tap. I won't be paying it. I need all of that money for the wet and dry vacuum. I wonder, Larry, just how wet can we get it?
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 of the strangest games you could play on your PlayStation 5. Did you expect the next gen to lead into these games? Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. PowerWash Simulator. Sure, the PS5 can probably make a simulator seem more realistic, but realistic isn't even in PowerWash Sim's vocabulary. After all, you aren't going to find power wash workers parkouring all over your house. And yet, that's not even the strangest part of this game. Sure, things start out normal with some dirty vehicles and buildings. Next thing you know, there's talk of ancient monuments and alien spacecraft that need cleaning. And how do you suppose you explain how the player gets to Bikini Bottom or Midgar? Yeah, it's a quest for cleanliness, done in the most bizarre way possible. Indica.
Glory to Smaragda, don't tempt me. I'm sending Evdokia to you. Don't let this one into the refectory.
Whereas PowerWash Sim is weird in an Alice in Wonderland sense, Indica is more of an uncomfortable and unconventional type of weird. You'll meet characters that seem a little bit off their rocker, and once you get the hang of certain mechanics, Indica throws you in for a loop with completely different gameplay. The way it all blends together makes it hard to pinpoint what exactly Indica is in terms of its genre. Admittedly, you're better off playing this for yourself and you'll see what we mean. Inscription. Speaking of uncomfortable oddities, Inscription is another PS5 game that is almost hard to describe. You are being held captive by a mysterious being who forces you to play his little card game. Unbeknownst to him, the cards can talk to you, and they will sometimes beg you not to play them during battle. Should you fail, your soul will be captured in the stranger's camera, and you'll have to redo your previous run. It is a truly unique card game with its own rules and art style, but the whole vibe of Inscription kind of gives you that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach, and that's something a lot of horror games don't really capitalize on achieving anymore. Them's fightin' herds. We know what you're thinking. Who in the world made a My Little Pony fighting game? Well, that would be developer Main6, with help from Lauren Faust, the creator of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. The game did start out as an MLP fan game called Fighting is Magic, but Hasbro sent Main6 a cease and desist letter mere weeks before the devs were planning to release their next build. This prompted Faust to get in touch with Main6, offering to help create new and original characters so that the game can live on under its own unique identity. And so, we have this gorgeously animated 2D brawler for PlayStation 5, and it is just as brutal and fun as the big boys of the fighting game scene. Harold Halibut.
all water raised the tube fares again, and they never announced it properly. This time it really was an honest mistake. Plus, there was this woman who...
Quiet, Harold.
Though we have seen plenty of stop-motion animated movies and TV shows, very few have attempted to apply the form to video games. Harold Halibut is one of those rare attempts, and it's truly bizarre in every sense of the word. You're a janitor who must explore a strange alien planet, although it isn't just the cast that gets surreal.
If I find out you're a bad influence on young Felix here...
Not me. Major.
Much of the voice acting comes off a bit stilted and off, which kind of matches the absurd look of the characters and environments. You're never quite sure of what to make of it, but there's something about Harold Halibut that might make you want to keep playing.
Oh, nice. Which part?
All of it, Harold, all of it. Without interruption.
Thank goodness you're here!
The most invasive and hostile flora. If even slightly agitated, it will burst and scatter the sea. Fortunately, I've caught this one before it could do any damage.
There's some nice ones in here.
Alien planets can be really strange locations, but have you ever explored an English village while wanting to talk to the mayor? Well, that's what you do, and thank goodness you're here. You are simply a salesman, trying to strike a deal for your employer, yet everyone here wants you to solve their own weird problems while they accomplish very little.
Really?
They're skinny.
The doctor says I've got a very similar bone structure.
There are a lot of visual gags that are purely nonsensical, innuendos that will make you want to stay and listen to conversations, and a good handful of butt slapping. The minds of Untitled Goose Game got really naughty with this one.
Did you not hear what we both said?
Bash that mole until it's dead.
Cut straight through that lovely crust.
High on life.
Ooh, sorry about all those pop-ups. I forgot to warn you about that. You can close them with the interact button, but they are gonna keep coming back non-stop. That's just gonna keep happening until you activate the license. Sorry, you better hurry up.
If you're looking for more games with adult humor, then you might want to look into High on Life. Despite its cartoon visuals, this is a game that leans heavily into graphic first-person shooters while poking fun at the genre at every turn. And yes, your weapons can talk to you and commentate on your actions.
What did it feel like, killing 9 Torg?
Look, I gotta be honest, it felt good. It felt great. I mean...
Hey, Gene, lift up that shirt and expose your soft little belly for me.
If you don't like chatty games, then don't bother. But if you want something that is going to make you laugh with its own ridiculous humor and surreal world, this is definitely a game you want to look into. The Legend of Bumbo. We wouldn't mind a spin-off of The Binding of Isaac, but this isn't exactly what we had in mind. Not that The Legend of Bumbo is a bad game, but this is kind of interesting, wouldn't you say? The Legend of Bumbo combines turn-based combat and crafting mechanics with the gameplay of a match 3 puzzle game. Again, not what we had in mind for a game where you're chucking garbage and poo at enemies. Though we can't help but love the aggressive and aloof Bumbo. It's enough to make us want to see through the game until the end. Infinity Nikki.
Wasn't a dream. We were really transported to Mirrorland.
We know the real reason why you all bought your PS5s. It wasn't to travel to Nordic lands to stop Ragnarok from happening, or save the galaxy in its endless ocean of alternate dimensions from cataclysmic conquest. No, you bought a PlayStation 5 to play as a little girl with cute animal friends and a wardrobe of magical costumes. That's all that Infinity Nikki is about. Use outfits to traverse the land and solve puzzles while grabbing collectibles and hanging out with adorable critters. Who needs robot dinosaurs when you have a magical princess fantasy like this? Bugsnax. Honestly, Bugsnax is, without a doubt, the weirdest video game we have ever seen on PlayStation 5. Even though the characters look like they were taken from Sesame Street and the sense of humor is a little bit goofy, you somehow have this constant feeling like there's something more sinister lurking underneath. Then, you kind of forget all of that when you're feeding everyone sentient food and watching their bodies horrifically mutate. You want a game that's going to take you on a trip? Bugsnax is definitely some kind of a trip, for better or worse. What's the weirdest game you've played on PlayStation 5 so far? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.
Oh, here it is. Oh, I'm too nervous to not. You do it, Bessie.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.